There you are over there. At the window, dude. So Dooley is sold to two people actually. One person's buying the deck, he's actually paid in full, and one person's buying the body. I get to keep the motor, tranny, and T-case. So pulling the truck back apart again, pull all that out. That guy's already paid a deposit, and I got a week and a half to do so or whatnot, so I got plenty of time. Hoping to actually just have it done this weekend. Starting with the little stuff tonight and go from there. I predict that at some point while pulling this engine apart and pulling it out, I will find some stupid thing on why it wasn't running in the first place. And I'm gonna feel really dumb and mad. This serpentine belt is crap, so I think I'm just gonna cut it. I wonder how much tension's on one of these. Am I gonna die? No, okay, we're good. Well, the wife helped me turn this around. We pushed and pulled it with the Avalanche. Although we did have a little bit of an incident. She kind of bumper to bumper was pushing me, and I turned one way and she turned the other, and we ripped this guy off, but I managed to put her back on, so it's all good. Yeah, I was a little upset at first because it is a mint bumper, and that was one of the selling features of the truck. And then she was kind of grumpy and I was grumpy, but I got it fixed. It's all good. Truck's in here. I appreciate her help. Let's see if I can get this pulled out today. If not, I got tomorrow too. Today is Saturday. So this plug here is not plugged into anything. Just was sitting down in here. I can't figure out where it goes, but wondering if that's something to do with why it won't start. Maybe it's a knock sensor or a crank positioning sensor or something like that. Actually, I think the crank positioning sensor is in the distributor, but knock sensor or something, I don't know. Or it could be something stupid, or just, but so far, yeah, no, one thing that's not connected. Who knows if it was important or not. Well, she's coming along nicely. Roommate and the wife came out and decided to help. I had them pulling apart the engine. While I was underneath, I did the drive shafts and starter and all that crap, the exhaust. Yeah, she's getting pretty close. I just got to take off the headers, the tranny cross member bolt, some of the tranny plugs, motor mounts, and then I think she's pretty good to go. Oh, maybe a little bit more on the engine. I don't have to pull any of this off, but I think I will anyways. Just a few bolts. And I found something else though with this truck that would have been a problem. Turns out the front drive shaft at some point has wrecked all the wiring for the tranny. So, yeah. That's interesting. So this thing would have not driven. And actually, I wonder if that's part of why it wouldn't start. Might have been grounding out, not reading that it's in park or whatever, and not have the neutral safety switch on, or however the hell these work with the ECU. I'm not sure, but could have been an issue with it, and it would have made it so it wasn't going to drive. So, and that's a common problem with these. I had a coworker who has a 94 Suburban with a 6.5 diesel. I've been really wanting it. He keeps posting it up for sale, but I can never afford it at the time. I can actually afford it right now, but no more trucks, no more trucks. Anyways, his front drive shaft ripped out his wiring for his 4L80. So, I wonder if it's a common issue on these. Making room. There, now that I got all the space, clean this up a little bit and set this up, pull that out. Hopefully it just all in one. But it never just works that way, so we'll see. She's safely out after sketchily being pulled. This whole thing wanted to tip this way, which I have had one fall before. Never this one, but yeah, and it kept wanting to roll back that way every time I made progress. So I had to come along on it, and I just slowly cranked it over with the come along, pried it out every which way that I could, disconnected what I discovered that I haven't disconnected, and got it connected on the back here. I thought that would be kind of even weight, but I was wrong. It actually still wants to tip forwards. The big block is still heavier than the tranny and the T-case. So ratchet straps are on the front from keeping it from going like this. There's two so that I can lower it down. You loosen one a couple inches off, release the other one, it falls to the next one, then you release that one off a couple inches, and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's out. I think I'm going to kind of clear space and shove it over there, dismantle the engine hoist, and then shove the truck in with the avalanche, and then call it a night and do nothing tonight and probably nothing tomorrow. It's like I friggin' planned it. There's just a little bit of slack here with the engine hoist maxed out. So I'll be able to take this out with like too much room to spare. So now this is all out, and I've actually been looking at it a little bit. That looks like it's not an MP241 like I thought was in the truck. I think that's actually 208. I will check the tags to confirm, but just by the look of it, that's what it looks like. And another thing, I think this tranny's been worked on. The main reason for that is that bolt right there. That's the top bolt to bolt the transfer case on. That is the hardest bolt to get to. So I think that this transfer case has been off this tranny, and so either the transfer case has been swapped out or it was removed so that the tranny could be worked on, which the torque converter in that thing looked pretty new. So I'm hoping this tranny's been gone through. The last steps for the dually isn't even actually working on the dually. This is a camper jack stand for lifting the box off. And last time I did it, it was broken when I did it. As you can see, this part. Yeah, when I installed it on the truck, I used these, but this was broken. I used it anyways. But this time I'm going to weld it just so it's a little more stable. Especially since the box is sold and the customer will be here when I'm loading it. It's not just me by myself. So, yeah, we're going to weld that. I don't even think I'm going to clean it up. I think I'm just going to cram it together, turn the welder on, and send a big nasty bead. Boom. Big ugly bead. Actually, it's not too bad. And it still swivels so it can fold. No, nothing sketchy about this at all. Just sitting on some old camper jacks that could break at any minute, and old tippy engine hoist. At least I was able to get the card under it now, but yeah, that's fun. Keep your fingers out of there. Don't put your fingers where you wouldn't put your dick. Yeah, the buyer for the truck wants it first, and the guy for that, I'm not sure what to do because he paid in full like 2 weeks ago on a Thursday. Said he'd be back next Wednesday to get it. Next Wednesday came around, nothing. Next Thursday, nothing. Messaged him the Friday. He said, oh yeah, having troubles. I'll be out tomorrow morning, which would be Saturday. And It is now Wednesday again, so pretty much 2 full weeks, and I still haven't heard from him. But he's paid in full, so I'm not sure what to do, but I need it out of the bay so I can put stuff in there. So putting it back on the cart that it was on originally, cramming it back over here where it was originally, kind of doing a whole reverse process of this truck. And then I believe tomorrow night that guy's supposed to come get that. And he's already put a deposit. He hasn't paid full, but he's paid a deposit at least before I pulled it all apart. But he'll come get that, and then hopefully I can put stuff in that bay. And hopefully this guy comes and get this. If not, maybe I can sell it again. Funny thing about that is when I bought it, it was already bought by somebody else like a year before, and they never came and got it. So maybe that's the good luck of this thing. Every time you sell it, you get to sell it twice. Well, it's down on the cart all by itself. Now the trick is to get it down this way and up into there without it going that way. Last time I used the truck, I might try to just He-Man it, be brave and or dumb. There's a fine line between brave and dumb. All done, and pretty much back how it was like 15 months ago. Well, damn. And there she goes. Last I'll ever see of this truck. Well, she's gone. Shop's empty for the first time since I lived here. I moved to dually here before I moved here. So that's the first time that I've lived here, and this bay's been empty. Kind of weird, but got tons of space. Well, after I do a good cleanup. Deck's still here, but apparently the guy's coming tomorrow with a tow truck to get that out of here. And there's a few other parts from the dually straggling around. The guy didn't have room to take it with, so he's coming back on Monday with his truck, take drive shafts, spare door, etc., etc. But it's gone. So the guy finally came for the deck too. So as you can see, empty bay, and then suburban bay. 2 empty bays. Got to fill those up.